We should all be thankful for Donald Trump. And no, that's not a joke. He did something very important, and we should all be thankful for it. See, throughout the United States' entire history, there's been this idea that nobody's above the law, and there's this elegant solution of the three co-equal branches of government that all check each other's power, including the president's. And it kind of seemed like that was really the case until Donald Trump came along and basically exposed the whole system as a series of handshake agreements with no real enforcement mechanism if somebody just decides not to respect any of it. Every time there was a new scandal that would have sunk literally any other president, I couldn't help but think of the Super Nannies episode of South Park.
That's it! You're going to time out!
Time out?
Whenever you are naughty, Eric, you are going to sit on this stool for 5 minutes.
And what exactly keeps me on the stool?
It's the time out stool. You can't get down until the time is up.
Whoa! How did I do that?
Like, does anybody even remember that he was violating the emoluments clause from day one of his presidency? He never divested from any of his companies, and he went golfing at his own resorts nearly 300 times during his presidency, costing the taxpayers an estimated $144 million. That's millions of dollars being funneled into his own businesses while he's president. That's not supposed to happen, but he was just like, what keeps me on the timeout stool? You're not supposed to just be able to tell people to refuse a congressional subpoena. But the only reason nobody's ever thought you could do it is because nobody ever thought to do it. You don't just say no to a congressional subpoena. You can't do that. His response? I just did. See, it's not just about Trump anymore. Trump's example needs to be a catalyst for deep reforms within the U.S. governmental system. Because without those reforms, without real enforcement mechanisms, the president essentially is above the law. Donald Trump showed that. Look how much the FBI had to tiptoe around him, even though he's a private citizen now. He's not even the president anymore, and they had to spend weeks saying, pretty please, can we have these classified documents back? Who cares if you elect somebody else for 4 years? That's a blink of an eye. Why would anybody in their right mind sign another Iran nuclear deal, knowing that any time Donald Trump himself could get voted back in, or somebody just like him, that's just going to arbitrarily tear it up because they can't stand the idea of any achievement they don't get credit for? So it's not just the current U.S. president at any given time that the rest of the world has to have faith in. It's the system that supports him and the electorate they have to have faith in, too. So thank you, Donald Trump. You may not have drained the swamp, and there may never have been a real reason to think that you were even going to try, but someday the swamp might actually get drained, and it'll probably be because of you.